Oh, everybody, what's up? It has been the last I was looking at my calendar and the last time I did a fresh CFO Friday was a very long time ago, right? And man, things have been so busy. Business has been so busy, like conferences, connecting. There's been so much stuff going on. And like I was sitting here at 1 o'clock today and I'm like, man, it's time to get out and like I've been so buttoned down and so focused, and I have the team so focused, and like clients, and like business, and like networking, and expansion, and partnerships, and like just this whole man. It has been a lot of great things going on, and I sat back and I realized I was like, man, I haven't done a fresh CFO Fridays in a minute, and I was like, got to get some time, man. Got to get some time. So what's up, everybody? For everybody that don't know, my name is Chris Ortega. I'm the CEO of Fresh FP&A. And Fresh FP&A, we provide fractional CFO and advisory services to high growth businesses. I spent most of my career in accounting, finance, FP&A, and financial leadership. Coming up on 2 decades. Yes, let me tell everybody it's the 2 decades. Yeah, and I just wanted to take some time out and just catch people up on everything going on. And man, for the May and June, I was conferences everywhere. I was everywhere. I was bouncing all across the US and had some really great opportunities out there. Went to the Accent Conference out in San Francisco. Had the AICPA Engage Conference, which was huge out in Vegas. I spent 6 days out there. And let me tell you, if for anybody, so if you've never been to Vegas before, don't spend 6 days in Las Vegas. Don't ever do that. 3 days max. Get in, get your Friday, Saturday, Sunday in, leave out first thing Monday morning. But did that. That was really, really good. The Engage conference was huge this year. It's probably about, I think, 3,000 people there and about 3,000 people there and about 750 online. So it was huge. And then I did the World Finance Forum. So basically, the whole month of May and sometime in April and then the beginning of June, I was just like traveling everywhere. And yeah, man, really good conversations out there, really good connections. Met with some great people. Got to meet some great people as well too from the who follow me and who love the insights, and got to meet also with some of the team out there down in Fort Lauderdale. We have one of our fractionals that help support Fresh FP&A, Dominique. Got to meet up with him, and then I got out to San Francisco for the Accent Conference, which was really, really good. Technology conference with directors, leaders, did some great things with Maxio and SpinFlow out there. And that was great too, because Emily's out there, another fractional CFO that helps support Fresh FP&A. So it's kind of like I was in this mindset of like I'm going strategically to these places, but I'm also getting some opportunities to connect with the other teammates that help support Fresh FP&A and help support some of our clients and prospects and partners. So it was like dropping in these places. It was like it was nothing. I didn't have any fun or no like sightseeing. It was like dropping in and it was like business the whole time. Like dropping in, meet with client, meet with prospect, meet with the team, doing the conference, doing events. So I finally get some time to come up. And then I'm looking at it now and I'm like, man, I get some time to like lay low. But then there's a pretty significant milestone that's about to be coming up for me in July. One of those life milestones. I won't give the hint of it, but these are like, in life milestones that you hit, right? There's like 18, I'm officially an adult, and there's like 21. Or for my European people, right? Like Europeans, you're like 18, Chris, we can already do that. Then you hit 21, and then it seems like life goes fast forward. It seems like I don't know about you, but for 21 up until now, like life has fast forward, and then you reach another milestone that a lot of people celebrate in their lifetime. So I'm coming up on that milestone that I get to celebrate out in July. But yeah, just some things that I think really three key things that I've really seen over the last couple months and just in the industry is just I think the first one is just this ability for accounting, finance, FP&A, CFOs, VPs of finance, and people just want to connect, man. I think the summertime, is a great time. Right now, like July and August are pretty low for like conferences and networking and things like that because like all the CFOs and people are taking time out to spend time with their family, which is really, really important to do. So that's like that mad burst with it. But that's one thing I've kind of seen over the last couple of months is just ability of connecting, like and not just connecting to the point of wanting to learn what you like. Tell me about what you're doing. Like, hey, tell me about you're doing and how you did it. Right, like this application aspect of it. I think in finance right now, if I was to look and take a super strategic level view of it, this ability to get okay, I get the theory, I get why, like show me how, like how do you do it? Where do I start? Why is this like getting to like that train coming off the track? I think everybody's in the train now. They're like, yes, when it comes to generative AI, we're on that train. When it comes to people optimization and RPA, we're on that train. When it comes to talent, like we get it, we get it. We've heard all of this stuff. Let's start getting this train off the track. That's just one thing I've been able to see. Also with our clients as well too. On the business side, I mean the fractional concept I think is really really starting to take off, and you have a lot of people bringing value. Our partnership network has increased significantly in terms of the partners that we work with and just like the partners reaching out in like different HR disciplines, revenue disciplines, sales disciplines, marketing disciplines. I even started to see this CXO where it's just like a team of people that are doing it's like it's so encouraging to start to see the momentum around that and starting to see the value that a lot of people are starting to see. You're starting to see a mass exodus of like a lot of people with great experiences that are like, hey man, like I could probably take this same value and have a little bit more command of my career and a little bit more command of my flexibility and a lot of core things that are important that I can go in and kind of do. So that's really encouraging to see. I think that's another trend that we'll continue to see probably play out for the rest of the year. And I think the third one is just this appetite for learning and connecting, right? So I kind of talked a little bit about that in the first one, but man, like really, really like deep connecting, like obviously challenge and adversity in the broader macro environment that we're in right now, I think it's causing a lot of people to be like, "Ugh, how's this ground? How's this stability and how's this ground kind of looking from a people perspective and from an economic perspective?" But that's been one great thing, right? I've had some great, just not even just fresh FP&A connections to help grow like fresh FP&A, which is skyrocketing and booming, and we're in Q first half of the year we're growing like triple digits, almost probably four digits at this point if things go well at the end of this week. And then Q3, walking into Q3, we're going to be expanding the team. We got some other great things that we're going to be launching in Q3 that is going to be bringing that fresh view on finance to people, not only just in the US, but all across the world. We got some really, really great things in the pipeline for Q3. I'm so excited. The team has been doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and I can't wait for a lot of those things to drop and provide that value. But yeah, man, this momentum, right? This swell of momentum of people like, hey man, how can I connect to help? How can I do this? How can I like help others? Like really starting to see those seeds that you plant. And my mentors always told me is like, Chris, a lot of times when you're planting seeds, you don't see the harvest of those seeds for 6, 8, 12. It could be years before you start to see those. And I think one of the great things that I'm super humble, thankful, and appreciative of is we're starting to see a lot of those seeds that we've planted early on in the business, early on in the partnerships, early on in the connections, early on with the companies and people that we've worked with really really start to come to harvest. And that's such a great thing because at the end of the day, right, we're able to make an impact and help a lot of organizations transform and scale their finance organization. So that's all good on my side, right? I had somebody messaged me on LinkedIn. So what was the catalyst of all this? Was this impromptu, right? Somebody messaged me on LinkedIn and was like, Chris, man, like I miss seeing your face on Fridays. I miss you coming about talking about a topic. And I was like, man, let me get outside of what I'm doing and kind of just come in and connect and take some time and just connect with people. On the business side, personal side, everything's going well. Like I said, that's going good. Looking forward to coming across some pivotal milestones in my life personally. Yeah, so wanted to take time out on my fresh CFO Fridays just to check in with everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you're well. Another thing that's like crazy, and this would be my last point that I'll have on it, it's like crazy to think about. Like we're sitting here in June 23rd, right? The first half of this year is almost over. Like it is almost a wrap. Like it's almost like next week, the first half of the year is over, which is crazy to think about. But I think for me, like as you take away from this message, as you look, like take some time to self reflect, right? If you have some time this weekend, if you have some time next week, July 4th is coming up. Um, hint, hint, July 10th is a special day. Hinting to people, July 10th, you may want to pencil in on your calendar as being a special day to the fresh CFO, right? But as think about the second half of the year, both, professionally in your business, personally in your personal life, emotionally in your emotional state, physically in your physical state, spiritually in your spiritual state, right? Like the same discipline that you'll take to some of those aspects of your life, right? Professionally, being a CFO, it's very, I can set vision, strategy, tactics, metrics, milestone, execution plans. Like I can run that playbook. But one thing that I think is I'm starting to come into and start to harvest for that, as I mentioned, those seeds that you want to plant, man, is like as you're thinking to that second half of the year, man, be able to set that vision, strategy, tactics, metric, milestone, execution plan in other aspects of your life, right? Personally, professionally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. That is so important. And I think as I'm continuing on and I tell my team this, as we're continuing on building fresh FP&A and this journey that I'm on, right? I'm starting to realize that the holistic health of you, of your team, of your clients, of your prospects, of your people, everybody that you kind of engage with in every aspect of your life, this holistic view and this strategic planning that you can put into all of those different areas of your life and start planting those seeds to make an impact. Be thinking about that. Noodle on that, right? Noodle on that of how do I want the second half of my year to be better personally, professionally, spiritually, mentally, physically than the first half of the year? And what am I willing to sacrifice? And what plan am I willing to do? What vision am I willing to set? What tactics am I willing to implement? How am I going to measure success on that? So, yeah, but appreciate everybody stopping in. Go back and look at this. I'll get more consistent on this fresh CFO Friday, so we'll start dropping some more stuff around that. And as always, as I always end, you're always gonna get this right. Keep pushing, never settle, and the best is yet to come. Let's get it, everybody. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for catching up. Thanks for taking time out to look at this. Be great and keep it fresh.